Paco de la India. Paco has taken up to travel the world by spending only Bitcoins and spreading the knowledge and adoption along the way. So, like Michael, as you were saying, you're going to do a road trip for tokenization. Paco has already taken on to that journey and is traveling the world. He started his journey about 2 months ago, and he has already traveled to multiple cities within India, and he's managed to travel to Dubai, and he's signing in today from Bangkok. So, Paco, the floor is yours. Take it over.
Hi guys, namaste everyone. How you all doing? Thank you, Ankur. Guys, I'm in quarantine in Bangkok, so if this makes you excited, and I'm just gonna go down, share the screen. Screen share. So, all right, guys, can you guys all hear me? Is it good?
Loud and clear.
Perfect, man. Thank you so much, guys. Nice talk. Nice listening to you, Haley. Hope to see you on the road. Basically, hi, guys. My name is Paco, or you can call me Hitesh, whatever works. I am currently in Bangkok in quarantine, and this is how it all looks, man. I started this journey called Run with Bitcoin, travel around 40 countries in 400 days, just after reading the book called The Bitcoin Standard by Saifuddin Amos. And the agenda was very simple: to do mass awareness and show the kindness of humans of Bitcoin around the world through the vlogs that will be shared on Paco de la India YouTube channel. And the world is a kind place which we do not trust even strangers. Hence, the Bitcoin came through saying, don't trust, verify. Just a minute, bro. This is bothering me. Let me just mute this. All right, perfect. Who am I? I am a traveler. In the summer of 2015, I quit my high-paying job. That means I was making a lot of money, and I was just working 2 hours a day. And since then, I have been traveling around. It's been almost 6 years. I've traveled to over 24 countries. And finally, I started vlogging in 2020 when lockdown hit us, COVID. I will be going around exploring different cities by just using Bitcoin. And so let's eat, let's dance, let's celebrate life with Bitcoin. I'll be coming down to your city, so just say hola at me. What am I doing? I am traveling 40 countries. So 40 countries are these countries that are open to Indians on visa on arrival. And this is entirely a crowd-funded campaign and a lot of support from the community that comes in forms of hosting me or hosting a meetup, or for that matter, just giving your blessings. Spread awareness and adoption. And the journey started on 17th of September from Bengaluru, India, and today's day number 82. Wow. This is how the journey started. Sorry, you said something?
No, I said, wow, I thought it's just been a little over a month, but you're day 82, so that's quite a journey. Sorry, yeah, continue.
All right, guys, I'm just going to take you down to little photos from here, and just it'll be a little journey of what I've done. I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of it, that I'm just using Bitcoin and not any other coin. And this is how the journey has gone so far. These are the humans of Bitcoin. So in Bengaluru, we started off, there was this wonderful meetup, and I didn't expect such people to just show up. There were almost 15, 20 people out there. Then from Bengaluru to Pune on the bus ride, I got tea for some sats, which was unexpected too. I didn't expect the guy to accept Bitcoin. He was really curious. And the video of this is out on my YouTube channel. You can see how it went through. Then I got myself an icicle, barf ka gola, whatever you call it. This little kid is almost 13 years old, and he knew about Bitcoin, man. Even though he accepted cash from my friend over there, but he accepted Bitcoin happily. We set him up a non-custodial blue wallet, and he told me what he's going to do with Bitcoin, that is to save it. This is after the run, hence it's called Run with Bitcoin. So post the run in Pune. I got myself a haircut also. On Sats, he had a custodial wallet. He had a wallet on one of the exchanges. Then in Mumbai, I got myself a pizza at Hundo Pizza. So thanks to Bharat Advani for getting me this connected. I stayed at this hotel, Hotel Nirvana Grace. They accepted Sats from me. That's also got connected to Bharat. Then this was Surat. I got myself teeth cleaned in exchange for some Sats. And they downloaded a wallet too. I just saw that she has a hammer on her table, man. I do not know what she was about to do with that table. hammer right there. It's hilarious. Okay. All right. Then I got myself some tacos, and that too in Surat on Bitcoin. As you can see, people are flashing their phones showing that they have received sats from me. This is the cap in Bharuch. There was this Dr. Parth who invited me for breakfast. And then in Baroda, I got myself a puff, a samosa for sats. This place is called Jugadi Adda. If you guys are around there, they'll be happy to accept sats. This video is also out. You can have a look at it. This is my Bitcoin meetup down there. About 9 people showed up. That's Naimish in there on the corner, if anyone knows. Then this is the magical people. These boys came to know that I'm coming out. So they came from Rajkot to Baroda, took me in their car to Statue of Unity. Then from Statue of Unity, they took me all the way to Ahmedabad. They did not take even a single sat from me. I do not know why. Then Ahmedabad, I reached. This was the meetup that was organized down there. And in this meetup, I was in fact called an anti-national also, because I was just talking all good things about Bitcoin. Then there's this famous restaurant called Grand Tucker, and there it was like a half an hour queue, but gladly the owner accepted sats from me at least. So that went through. This is a pharmacy down in Gandhinagar, and I just got connected to him too, because the person on the left, he helped me connect to him, and I got myself medicines, toothbrush, toothpaste, all of these things for some Bitcoin. This is Rajkot. Rajkot has a very nice story. The person from the second to the from the left, the second side, left, second, yeah, whatever. He doesn't speak. He can't hear, and he came to know that I am in Rajkot, and he reached out to me through Telegram, and we came over, and the whole day we were just talking with sign language and English. He learned English in a university close by. He said these words like, "Bitcoin is freedom, English is freedom." So that was a really touching moment for me. He came down for the meetup. Then this is Jaipur. This is with the crew of Huddle 01. These are some these guys are like Zoom only, but decentralized Zoom. So with these guys post the run, we got ourselves noodles opposite some Mittal University for engineering. Now this was the biggest moment. This is the Hawa Mahal. We convinced the guide in there to accept sats from us. So that was the brightest moment down there. So you see all those windows down there. We got to see all of them, and the guide accepted Bitcoin. This is in Chandigarh. This person used to stay below one of our friend Rohit's house, and he was always questioning about Bitcoin. So finally, we got ourselves some doll for this little girl there in exchange for sats. This is Noida. This is from Stacks India, and Rishabh, he's a warrior. They took me around for just a day around. That's about it. And then this is Dubai. From there, overnight, a Bitcoiner flew me down to Dubai, and that's where in Dubai I got to meet all these names. You would know Didi is a person who sold down his Bitcoin. He sold out every penny in his family. In fact, every penny he had, and took his family all around to travel on Bitcoin since 2017. You see Ajit Khurana, Roshan is there. Da Vinci is there, the guy who told you so for $1. Moon, Mendes, and there you go, MM. So I met these guys all at a yacht party down there. Then these are the boys who invited me for a cricket game. That's the India versus Pakistan game. Before leaving Mumbai or before leaving India, I was just telling it out loudly that I would be watching the India versus Pakistan game on Bitcoin. But these guys just invited me. So they didn't charge me anything, and I got to see the game. This is Fujairah. So just after the meetups were done, I got in touch with the couchsurfing community, and we went down camping. And yeah, I was down there because Dubai is really expensive, guys. I did not have like a strong funding at that moment. Then I flew back down to Mumbai for the Bitcoin white paper meet. And this was one of the biggest moments. Like, this was just when I was in Mumbai in September. We simply had an idea that we will throw a white paper meet, and here we are. And almost like 50, 60 people had showed up from different parts of India, from Chandigarh, from Delhi, from Pune, from Rajkot. A lot of places people had come down to. Chhattisgarh also, yeah. The meetup went down there. Then from there, I got myself a train to Chennai. This is another meetup we had organized down there. This is the Lucknow, India. So this was one of the crazy places where, and by the time I've reached Lucknow, I haven't used a single rupee. So somebody's buying me a ticket, somebody's hosting me, I'm giving them sats for it. This is the meetup that happened. Kashiv had joined us. That was beautiful. And on the right, if you can see the photo, Shiro's Cafe is a place for asset attack survivors. So if you can look closely, their acid was thrown on all their faces, and these people run this cafe. And I had some extra few sats, so I donated them, and so they also accept Bitcoin as we speak. And this was one of the most touchiest place for myself. I did not know this happens. So anyways, they accept Bitcoin, and they're opening accounts with all the exchanges in India. They are a verified account on Twitter too. This is Kolkata. From there we head out, and if you can see in the left picture, one of the developers is funded by Square Crypto. His name is Rajashri. He showed me the code of Bitcoin, and he just showed me there's one single line that is for halving. That's it, one single line of code. So got to meet these folks there. They got me a cake. And on the right side, if you see, we got ourselves shoes at this place called Once Forever in Kolkata for some sats. And then in Mumbai, I was flown down as there was a crypto docu-series being recorded. And it was around 19th to the 20th. And this is included everybody in the industry. So there was that coming through. Then this was the Hyderabad. We were at the IKEA where this meetup happened. Nagaraj is a Bitcoiner. On the right, if you can see his daughter, I gave his daughter the first sats, and she was very happy to own some Bitcoin. And Nagaraj is a person who has been giving Bitcoin as wedding gifts since 2013. So just imagine the people who have had those gifts in 2013. Then this is Kochi. This is the e-store. This person accepts Bitcoin, guys. This was I had reached out on the store. I reached out on Twitter, and he invited me down to his store. He gave me a little gift, and he's been in Bitcoin space in 2015. This is Mangalore. As I got inspired from Nagraj, so I went down to the wedding, and I gifted Mr. Keetan down there some sats for his wedding. And that's in fact the entire BitBNS crew there. Then in Goa was the finale meetup, which we were heading down to. On the left were the folks that showed up for the meeting. There's one chap called Jason in the center. He hosted me, and he was really nice. The person on the second with the pink shirt, he gave me a bike on sats. Jason hosted me, and the guys on the left fed me. I guess people are really kind, as I always say. And on the right side, the photo, I'm holding a guitar. Now, these are the guys who was playing some music. And I went over to them, and I told them, like, I'll give you some sats. And they were like, nope, we don't want some sats. This is all a Ponzi scheme. And they just laughed at me. And they did not accept sats. So hence I said, NGM, I'm not going to make it. And then I flew down to Mumbai, and I had messaged on the group saying that anybody wants to meet for breakfast. And on the left, Bharat and Vince reached out to me. They took me down to a place called Candies. And then in the evening, I had to get myself an RT-PCR test done so that I could fly down to Bangkok. And these guys just showed up to my room. I had requested for in-hotel RT-PCR, and they accepted sats from me. I had no idea. I was just checking with them. They accepted sats from me. Man, I was really happy. That videos will come out very, very soon. And then on the right side, the picture is about yesterday, just before flying. It was lunchtime, and Maninder, he reached out to me, and the entire crew came down to meet me for lunch, and we had some good Maharashtrian food. Well, guys, this is what has been happening so far. This is the way forward. I am in my third country. As you can see, phase 1 in India, Thailand, and Malaysia, Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos, Philippines. All of these countries are closed because of the new coronavirus, and I do not know what's going to happen. The phase 2 will go on forward. In fact, phase 3 would happen, so on and so forth, to the Southern America, to the Caribbeans, the phase 4, to the African countries, and then Eastern Europe, and finishing it off in the Gulf. I do not have a US, UK, or a EU, UK, Australia visas. So if anybody can help me out there, so please do help me out. The budgeting, yes, guys, there's a lot of budgeting required. Somehow I've been managed to pull it off by just staying with a lot of hosts, and a lot of people are receiving me, but it just keeps getting expensive and expensive as I'm in the international waters now. This is how my expenses are. This is all available on www.support.runwithbitcoin.com. 320 days to go. You can follow the journey on YouTube. It's called Paco India. On Twitter, it's called Run with Bitcoin. Instagram, it's Run Every City. And on Telegram, there's a group called Run with Bitcoin Community. And this is how my page looks as of now. If you can see, I have raised about 4.69%, about 0.046 BTC, and I've been using that so far, and it's at the end of it. So thank you so much for your time, and that's a wrap on my side. Wow.
Paco, feel free to share your social links on the chat. Sandeep is asking how can he join your community. So yeah, let's all support Paco. So Paco, I have a question before we can open up the question to
Yeah.
the attendees. So you've traveled to multiple cities within India. You went to Dubai. You went to you're in Bangkok to start your journey. Is there some unique like one story that stands out that you can share? B, and how do you see the adoption to what everyone else here and everyone is doing? We promote blockchain, cryptocurrencies, and everything, and the adoption at a very high level. But you are actually living the reality of going down at the ground level and spreading the awareness and actually getting people to accept and use. And in many occasions, you've created wallets for people and explained how to use it. So, how do you see the adoption at the ground level going forward? And if you can just nail that one unique incident out of your journey so far.
There are like a lot of instances of these. I have just not even touched them in this talk here. One of my greatest times was I think so. Every time there's something magical happening. As I'm in Bangkok, I'll just tell you, there was a person who got me a hotel to stay here. The quarantine was really expensive. It cost like $140. Another person got me the insurance done. And then I bought myself a ticket on Bitcoin on traveler.com. Well, that being said, there was this moment I was going down from Chennai to Delhi. It was a bloody 36-hour train journey. No, wait a minute. This was Mangalore to Kochi, one of these train journeys. And there was no pantry in the car. So I had these cup noodles. So I wouldn't get hot water, and no station had hot water. And I was just there stuck, man. I had no food. I was there. So there was this one chap next to me, and he had a coin switch Uber account. But due to the FUD that was going around, they had stopped receiving of Bitcoins on the wallet. So I finally I told him, like, listen, I'm really hungry and I'll give you sats. I'll double it up. In fact, if the food is for $100, I'll give you 200 rupees worth of sats. And he immediately downloaded a Blue Wallet and I got it done. And he gave me food, man. That was how I got food once. The second time it was here, Chennai. I remember I was going from Chennai to Delhi. And it was surprising. This guy next to me had a trust wallet. Not on an exchange, he had a trust wallet. And he was like, I'm launching my own coin. And I'm like, wow, beautiful. Great. Let's exchange for food. But I think so Shiro's was the place where you have a person who has acid thrown on them and who's serving their food to you with a smile. Like, that is one place that needed the most help than anything else. I think so. I got milk on Bitcoin, and that was surprising too. That happened in Chennai. But I think so. India claims that they have almost 10 million, 100 million users. I'm not so sure. 10 crores users of crypto, and they are there. They are everywhere. I think so. Everybody is down there to make money, and nobody's well aware of what Bitcoin is all about. Why Bitcoin's ethos is so different than any other coin, because everything else just turns into speculation, right? At the end of the day. Like, so that was something really great to share, and most of the people wanted to trade, most of them people wanted to hold, and most of them were surprised with the point, like, yes, Bitcoin has some value.
Awesome.
Yeah, man,
that's really inspiring. Does anyone have any questions for Paco? You can yeah.
Why did you get called an all right, guys, this is an amazing one. I got called an anti-national was just because I spoke about the inflation and how our money was depreciating and how the government is printing money. I will add a personal anecdote to this, as I was talking to my father about a week, 10 days ago, when I failed on an LIC policy, and my father was like, I'm paying for you. And I was like, let's stop it. Let's not pay LIC. Let's get ourselves some Bitcoin. And he was like, no. I'm like, let's have a talk. And I told him, I'm like, do you know how money is being printed? And he was like, yeah, the gold standard. And I was very impressed. I was like, great, he knows this. And I'm like, do you know we have any limit? He's like, only US has the power to print unlimited money. And I'm like, wow, he knows this too. I'm like, then let's just dig in forward. And he didn't buy me. He didn't understand what I'm trying to tell him, but he knew that US can print oversupply of money. And this will bring out inflation, and this will bring out problem. Like, your boss doesn't increase your salary by 10%, right? But the inflation keeps hiking up, and the buying power is reducing. There is no quality being made, and it's just the power. And I was just sharing these basic, thoughts. And I at the dinner table, and people just really got, a couple of them got offended, saying that, how dare you say such things about my country? I don't care if a dollar hits 300 rupees. I don't care if people suffer. And then I saw like this guy had a BMW. Then I saw that this guy has all the money. And I'm like, yeah, it definitely makes sense. He doesn't care about it. But then these are the hard-hitting facts. And I really hope there are regulations coming in post that now. So I'm really grateful that it's not banned. Yeah.
Right. In fact, we had Mr. Mukesh Ambani himself speak on national television that blockchain is the future, and he spoke about decentralized finance and smart contracts. And certainly a ban is not on the cards, but let's wait and watch what lays ahead. Uh, Anybody has more questions for Paco?
There was this one question from Praveen. He says, for all those who are new to Bitcoin and crypto, can you briefly summarize how do you transfer the sats to other folks? So basically, I'm using a non-custodial wallet called the Blue Wallet, Samurai Wallet, Breeze. I don't know. There are just so many of them. And there, when you transfer, the transfer fee is as low as 5 rupees. That's like it's like 10 cents. Or 8 cents to just send satoshis from anywhere. Ankur, you were there when we gave some satoshis on a paper wallet to that person. Yes. What's his name? Yeah, you were there. We went and we went to this restaurant in CCI. I do not remember the club's name. Cricket Club of India. That's and we gave him some paper wallet Bitcoin. Yeah. And so the charge fee is 5 rupees. But as soon as you go down on an exchange, they charge you to somewhere around about $15 to $30 to transfer. So non-custodial wallets, man, as you keep seeing the whales remove their Bitcoins out, I also remove my Bitcoins out from the exchanges and I put it down in this non-custodial.
Awesome. So there's another message.
That don't know what a paper wallet is. Guys, paper wallet is something I'm not here. Okay, it's in my bag. Paper wallet is something very similar to a piece of paper and it has a barcode on it, and where you can just scan it on this part. On the left, there will be a public key and then there'll be a private key, and you can just scan it and load it with it. One of my very good friends got his first Bitcoins in 2013 from United States, 9.2 Bitcoins. And that came on a paper wallet. So that's the most securest form of paper wallet, I guess. So that's easy, non-traceable. Nobody can hack into it because you only have the public key and the private key. But if you lose it, you lose it. Like I know a person who lost 15 Bitcoins because of that paper wallet. So yeah, it's crazy.
Wow. Imagine losing 15 Bitcoins today with today's price. Yeah, it's crazy. So so Paco, how about launching your own tokens?
I think so. The Bitcoin community will kill me if I launch my own tokens. I don't want to entertain. Like I am very simply clear on the fact that this is a journey. It's a Bitcoin experiment. I am checking whether the people are really keen on accepting Bitcoin or not. As I'm here in Thailand, and today was the first time I used fiat, because the visa wasn't available on a card also, and something of that sort. So I don't know how it's going to go in Thailand. I do not know how it's going to go in Indonesia. I have no clue, but I won't be launching any tokens, guys. Like you can call me a maximalist for this matter, or you can call me a person who's a noob, or you can call me a person who just doesn't see the economics behind what's happening. But I guess I am here traveling around the world, meeting Bitcoiners, and they are hosting me, they are receiving me, and they are loving me. They're sharing time, they're sharing food, they're sharing their energy. So I will never trade that for some tokens, for me at least. Yeah.
We have a question from Archit.
Yeah.
Any thoughts on the government may ban non-custodial wallets like MetaMask, etc.?
Yeah, like your dad bans you from sneaking out in the house. So yeah, you can do that, and yet you will still sneak out. It's okay, man. I guess we humans we humans have something called denial is precursor to acceptance. First, human nature is to say no. Then the nature is to say yes. So they will say no, they will say yes, and you will keep playing, man. It's beautiful. See, fiat didn't exist until 100 years ago, 80 years, whatever. They didn't exist, right? And now here you are, where you can't even get yourself a cup of chai for 15 rupees. And then they will come down and tell you that, oh my God, this is your CBDC, which has an expiry date, just like your 1,000 and the 500 rupees were there. All right, what's he saying? There are a lot of questions. Basically, it's an attempt. You're welcome, Archit. It's an attempt to lure all people in the world into gambling, just like another stock exchange. Yeah, you're right, man. Everybody sees money because we are born to see it. First thing is money, make money, do everything for money. And you are right. If you see this as money, this is a stock exchange for you. Art auction is also stock exchange. Mafia game is also stock exchange. Your life is stock exchange. Everything is just a gamble. It's up to you whether you take what stands towards it. There's a beautiful saying by Chanakya for you, my brother. Ajit ji. He says, it doesn't matter who's in a battle, it doesn't matter who's right or who's wrong. What matters is who's left. So this is a battle. And the more you inform yourself of what Bitcoin is, or what every currency is down there, or what is the purpose, you will be enlightened to know, oh my God, this is the bigger purpose it's solving. So yeah. And then very interesting. Yeah. Anything else? Yeah. Did I get that right? Yeah. Anyone else? Yeah.
Right. So
who is speaking right now? Yeah. Anything else? Yeah, man.
I think I have one question just to wrap up, because I know we have a minute. Bitcoin had a little bit of a slump this weekend, right? And sometimes, obviously, it's volatile, but the long overhauling picture is one that we want to kind of stick out for. So my question to you is, what's your comeback when people say, oh, look, it crashed this weekend? How do you come back to a statement like that?
I say it's just like your heartbeat, it goes up and down, and yet you still live for 70, 100 years. So there's one thing I'll add it for everybody who just wants to talk about the money factor. The Bitcoin was $1, then the Bitcoin was $50,000. The Bitcoin will be $500,000. The Bitcoin will be $1 million. And I was reading somewhere where Michael Saylor was saying a Bitcoin will be somewhere around $4 million, $5 million. And the point it will be $4-5 million is because the buying power of dollars is falling down. And at that very moment, you wouldn't be selling off your dollars for Bitcoin or for your selling your Bitcoin for dollars. You'll be still using your Satoshis. As we see, we have moved forward from being a Bitcoiner to being a Satoshi holder. And just like hold it and just see how it's happening. I'm rooting for Nayib Bukele. I'm rooting for Ukraine, Brazil, all the countries to just start accepting it and to start using it. And as in Thailand, today people say in the malls, you can use Bitcoin. I will be exiting to just see how that is possible. So yeah, man, just hold, just wait and watch. It's been 12 years. Every 100 years, there was a new currency. From 1500s to 1600 were the Portuguese coins. Then from 1600 to 1750 were the Spaniards. 1750 to almost 1900s was going around the British pounds. And from 1900s to current now, we have the dollars. And now it's just been 12 years for Bitcoin being there. So yeah. Come on, guys. Thank you, Anne Botello.
Okay, that was fantastic. Thank you, Paco. Thank you for coming over here, from signing in from Bangkok. Stay around for the other speakers across the day, and we have some very exciting sessions through the day. So, thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.